I'm Christine Donahue. I am a realtor here in Middle Tennessee, and I am going to start a YouTube channel. I love my life, and I want to share a lot of my life with my friends, my family, and my clients. So we're going to have kind of a diverse channel. I'm going to share a lot of real estate tips. I'm going to take you along on the journey with me of the ins and outs of listing houses, selling houses, working with relocating families, which is one of my favorite parts of my job, is to have somebody come into Nashville and fall in love with Nashville through me. So I'm going to share my real estate journey with you, but I'm also going to share my life. I'm going to share my friends. I'm going to share my cute puppy dogs. I'm going to share some family members that I have and things that I love to do. Cooking. I love to cook, and I will cook a full gourmet meal just for myself. And I also love to entertain and cook for other people. So I'm going to share some of my recipes and some of my cooking tips with you. I love yoga. In fact, I built a yoga studio onto my house in 2020 when all the yoga studios were closed down because of COVID. So I'm going to share some yoga with you. I just want to take my friends on a journey with me. And we're going to get started showing you my favorite house in Middle Tennessee, and that's my house. I bought this house in 1995. My son was, I think he was 7 years old. So I raised him here in this house. And since 1995, I've changed every part of this house. I have new siding that I put on the house in 2021. I've got a new roof, I've got new HVAC. That's kind of boring stuff. The fun stuff is I put all brand new floors down. I've added square footage to this house. I've got a brand new, beautiful kitchen that I love so much, and every bathroom's been done. So I want to show you inside my favorite house in Middle Tennessee. Come on in, I want to show you my house. We're going to enter into a small foyer. And this is one thing I did in 2021 was I changed out my banister and I put hardwood floors down on my stairway with this very chic runner. I used Carpet Den here in Franklin, Tennessee. They did an excellent job, and I really think it made a great entranceway and a good first impression of my house. This was a wall. This had a complete separate dining room to the kitchen, had this wall taken down. All these floors are brand new. My dining room is, one of those dining rooms that is just a focal point of the house, but also I use because I do love to entertain and have people over for dinner. So this dining room gets used, and I host Thanksgiving every year. So the dining room is very important to me. So come on and look at my kitchen. When I bought this house, I had a green Formica kitchen with old, very worn oak cabinets. So I got this piece of leathered marble, and this was the inspiration for this entire kitchen. So it has a lot of really beautiful blues and grays and some sparkle to it that I fell in love with and had to make this the centerpiece of the kitchen. So I picked out like a steely gray color for the cabinetry. I love dishes and I love glassware, so I wanted to put some glass cabinetry to sort of focus on some of the things that I've collected throughout my life. All right, so now we're gonna come in towards the living room. I've got a small powder room in here. Really, really love this powder room. I chose a huge floral wallpaper that I just think really adds a lot of interest to just a small, ordinary bathroom. And then this living room. The living room is really tough to arrange furniture in because it's long and skinny and I lose a wall with the fireplace. But I think I've set it up to be cozy enough to have plenty of seating for people to chit chat and watch TV and just hang out. It's a long space. It's just that it is awkward to arrange furniture. I would love a sectional. There's no way a sectional is going to fit in this living room, but we've made it work, and I just think it's really charming and cute. And people call my house a dollhouse because everything is just tiny and little, just like me, tiny and little. And this is the yoga room I was talking about that I just built in 2021. So this honestly was just my backyard. So my house stopped right here at these doors. And then I thought that I could lose some backyard space and just make this room an office and a place that I can come and do yoga. And honestly, I really have an intention to teach classes in here one day and do some private yoga lessons. Okay, this backyard was nothing but dirt. And the builders who built the room for me, they put in this great concrete patio, some sidewalks. I've got 4 peony bushes that go right here. And last year I had 82 blooms on my peony bushes. So I cannot wait for this spring to see how many peonies I get this year. I had this little sort of, I call it my English garden, set up last year with a butterfly bush and some lamb's ears and just some pops of color. There's some yellow flowers, there's some blue flowers in there, and that is just gorgeous in the spring. And then I've got 6 climbing rose bushes that are up against the fence line. I've got 3 pink climbers and 3 James Galloway rose bushes. So my hope is that in the summer, that entire fence line will be covered in pink roses. So now that I've shown you inside my house, I want to tell you a little bit about me personally. I am a product of a military background. My dad was in the Army my whole childhood. I moved every 2 to 3 years. I've lived in Germany, Hawaii, California, Massachusetts. I've lived in Arizona. I've lived in so many different places. And that has, I think, helped me be able to adjust and change and adapt in many different situations. So it makes me a great realtor for a family that's relocating to the Middle Tennessee area. Right now, there are 100 people a day moving to Nashville. And it's because this is a great place to raise a family. This is a great place to start a business, very tax-friendly, great culture, wonderful restaurants, good shopping, lots of outdoor activities, so many places to hike. We have beautiful lakes here. Middle Tennessee has it all. And a lot of people are discovering that and wanting to move here and raise their families here. So I would love to be the person you think about when you are thinking about selling a house, buying a house, if you want a restaurant recommendation, if you need a hairdresser or a dentist. I'd love to be a resource for you because I've really cultivated a strong community here in Middle Tennessee, and I get out and about, meet people all the time, and I would love to help you adjust to this new life you're going to be living here in Middle Tennessee. Okay, so now what I would like to do is show you a snapshot of what you can expect here in Cottonwood, which is the neighborhood I live in. It's in Franklin. There's 500 houses in this neighborhood, and this neighborhood doesn't have a lot of listings come up very often. So true to form, right now, nothing is active in Cottonwood. There's 1 house here that is under contract. There are 6 houses that have been sold in the last 3 months. So I'm just gonna look at something high and something low. The highest looks like over $1 million, 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, 3,000 square feet. That sold for $344 a square foot. It has been beautifully renovated. So that would be a gorgeous house for a family or for, you know, an empty nester like me. Honestly, my house is probably around that same size, and I live here with my dogs. So I definitely think that could be a house for a family or for an empty nester. Another house on the lower end of Cottonwood right now, and I say lower end, it's still $345 a square foot, but it's $875,000. It's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,500 square feet. So this one here doesn't look like it's been fully updated. Some bathrooms definitely. Looks like the kitchen was updated since it was built, but not too recent, because it's still a little dated looking. So that's what you can expect in Cottonwood. And I hope you are liking what you're seeing on this video. I hope you subscribe and like, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for dropping in.